And hello there. And there we go. Indeed. Hello, everyone. All 100,000 billion bajillion of you to the second part of the playthrough of Tangle Tower. Also, now that we're looking at the intro screen once again. Oh wow, that's literally just Flora with the totally a knife. Cool. Unfinished business. Indeed. Alright, let's continue the business. Hold on. Okay, I haven't done the thing. By the way, do you feel that if we had played the game in the way the devs intended to, Laura would have opened up a lot earlier? Okay. Oh, good. We still have more things to show you.
Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue.
Oh, you.
I've never been one for music. Why not ask Poppy instead?
Imagine not liking music. This post has been made
Things, aren't they?
by the music loving gang.
Penelope seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to.
Aha.
That looks like it might belong to Fitz.
Thanks, buddy.
Goodness me!
Quite.
The statue was up in the rooftop garden.
Yes, it's been there a while. You can see the brass is slightly tarnished by the elements. But it's not too bad. Might be salvageable.
Huh.
What's this all about? Some
about
kind
the
of
gold.
rare jewel?
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold.
I can't say no to that.
What is it?
We don't know. We were really hoping you would.
My friends, shed your hope and let it fall free like sandbags from a hot air balloon.
That's the most depressing idiom I've ever heard.
Alright. You're my noise marine gang.
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I
Or
used it
is it?
to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
It's not your paint. It has the wrong lid.
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint.
Indeed.
Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
What could that be? Like, okay, these are mountains. Where are you? Like, come on.
Let's take a closer look at this.
It's time. Yeah. Ah. Okay, how about this? Her paints are even a different shape neck. Yep. Oh, notice that this one isn't correct. But hello, you are my bevel. Ah, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours.
I didn't even notice the lid.
Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
Or is it? Aha. This red paint pot has been emptied of all of its blood.
This red paint pot had been emptied of all its blood after Freya used it to paint Flora. Nope.
Perfect.
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something. Right, fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know, perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well,
Rude.
I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday.
Yep.
I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end, after what happened.
The
Seemed
murder.
a bit, insensitive.
Ah. But yeah, here's a little figurine of the person that you kinda liked, probably liked, who is now dead. Anyways. Now you will speak to me.
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah, it's creepy. But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
I won't tell you. For no reason. It's not a knife.
It's not a knife. We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
We've been over this! There we
Let's
go.
take a closer look at this.
Knife. Not a knife. From a fairy tale. from an ink-dip bird. It's actually just... There we go.
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink-dip bird.
And you won't tell us who done it.
It's definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink-dip bird is red and white too?
Is there anything? We may never know. Where are you?
This little
Ellipses.
thing. I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And
You
come to
like
think of
ink
it,
dips
why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
because she likes ink dips. Perfect.
The ink-dip bird betrayed Flora, so she ate several birds as evidence of a crime. Nope.
To destroy later. To remember it by.
The ink-dip bird was Flora's pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And it died?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way, she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
Alright, so she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah,
The egg.
I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
Is she not talking because she has the goddamn feather in her mouth?
That we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty.
It's in her mouth.
Flora? She's pointing at something in the corner of the room.
It's just a pile of books. They're not... Wait, there's something tucked inside this one.
Aww. She had it since it was a baby. Drawings of Flora and a small bird. There is a handwritten message on the back. These are for you, Freya. Kisses.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
Let's go. Do we have all the items? Not yet. The crime
We
scene.
know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No. Holy shit, my dude.
The painted ink dip feather was used to hide a real knife to prove the existence of magic. Nope.
Yes! Gosh darn it. Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip off the painted ink dip feather. To resemble a bloody knife.
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of
Nice.
the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why?
The
Either it's a
Aquas.
very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Mhm.
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Or
Hold
did
on.
she?
If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
Sniper.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting?
Nope.
Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Listen, we don't have time for autopsies. I wouldn't tell you of some kind of layer of there. Weird song gives me this. Excuse me, ma'am. Cut their rope from real. Mayhaps, mayhaps not. Let's try this thingy. The humming? I can't use it with the thing, apparently.
It's piano music.
Yes. Damn. Can't use it with it. Let's go. I said let's go. Crap, people. Wait, where? Where crap? Crap, where? Oh, gosh darn it.
It's piano music.
Crap! Nope. I will not read my help commands. You cannot make me. Yes, I will. Wait, hold on. Can I just... Items... I can, okay. It still doesn't work. But still, right.
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
You don't know. Where else do we have Music.
It's one of those big pianos with the...
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
No. Stay here. I still can't use it. Oh, Jesus. I keep forgetting about the dramatic music she has.
Feathers flashing in the light from a sunbeam gleaming bright.
No, you. Oh, I
I
have to
shield
click.
my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage.
Oof. That.
Eavesdrop what the stars are saying, earthly tether slowly fraying, floating helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet. I don't know what that is.
Yes.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
No.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play a tune for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Okay.
I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Yep.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny
Oof.
can be a little protective.
Yes.
Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right.
Yeah.
Those petals.
Yes.
What about them?
They're red.
It's nothing. They're just unusual.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belonged to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with his guitar.
Loot. But
Yeah.
yes.
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway.
Eh?
Can't remember exactly.
Hmm.
You get some weird insects around here, but I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For fun, obviously.
Duh.
Where did you find this?
It was in the attic.
Oh,
We have an attic?
I forgot we even had an attic.
Here we go.
How sweet.
Yes. Oh ho! There we go. We have 2. Achievement unlocked: a poet and a pianist. Interesting. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We have yet to unlock her. Aha!
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad.
Quite. Thanks for nothing. You did it, just admit it.
Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it.
Ellipsis. Huff, 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 huff.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
Hey. Huff, 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 huff. Oh, right, you're here. I keep not seeing him.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
Indeed. Thanks for nothing. Oh,
There's
rush.
something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
Laura's room. Painted model.
Felix made that? Huh. That's quite sweet, really.
Okay. Huff, 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 huff. Pointer.
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh, yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me.
Yes. It is truly a mystery.
Name, Penelope Pointer. Age, 27.
Oh, hey.
Profession, ornithologist. Likes, birds. Dislikes, insects. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
Hold on. So she's 21. And Fitz
Name,
is.
Fitzfellow. Age, 24.
Okay.
Profession,
And Poppy is.
Poppy
19.
Pointer. Age, 19. Profession, oh. Apparently Poppy has...
Kinda cringe. Where's the cage?
I am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh.
Fair enough.
It is a flower. It reminds me of something, but I cannot say what.
Truly a mystery.
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object? Next!
Eh.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues. Now this is interesting.
Quite so.
Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Quite so.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yeah.
Not quite.
You could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh. You wouldn't?
No.
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate.
Not.
Is this yours, Fifi?
I do not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing. Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
Maybe.
Yes,
Aww.
Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
but she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
Nothing new. The Freya's room. Huff, 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 huff.
It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
What did we miss? Footprints?
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
Fitz has gone in here, maybe? Paw?
A pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't illustrate.
Plants.
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight?
Mr. Bear.
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
Yep. The painting?
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the
The
atmosphere.
atmosphere of chaos and
Hang on.
Yes. Oh?
There's a smaller version down
Oh.
by the...
It's a photograph.
Yes, we know. Pipe?
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
Pipes.
Do you think this was always...
I don't know.
No windows either.
Roll.
Painting supplies.
It's a fish?
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
Ugh.
That's weird.
What did you find in the drawers?
Nothing. They're completely empty.
Death.
It's Freya's bed. A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
She knows. Cushion?
It's Freya's bed. A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
Ah. Painting.
These drawings are quite precious. I'm surprised Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know. Seems likely, though, doesn't it?
Am I missing someone? No. What do I do now? I think we have to find more noise-producing things.
We already solved it.
Yep. Oh, okay.
It's open.
Do-do-do.
Ah, a little water feature.
It's making me sleepy.
Wonder how it's hooked up.
Giant
Feathers?
stone frog. Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Feathers. The last piece. The feathers was mostly found resting on the tongue of a large stone frog. None of the feathers are from the inky bird. Yes.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room.
Yep.
Something. Suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Let's go. Go, 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 go. You. Suspicion.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
Yes. They're from Red Roses.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
Wow. Do we? Fine.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what
Let's
Fitz is
bring
holding.
some cards.
I can't imagine what you're getting at. But it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those 2 bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
Controlling birds. Bird powers. All the shipping. One of Penny's birds was used to kill. No. Was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz because they were plotted a murder.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Almost. Maybe just...
And distract
One
them.
of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and distract them. Almost. Maybe just... One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those 2 have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
Who, me?
She's not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage.
Yes.
She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Some manner of feather.
Let's take a closer look at these.
Oh, hey. Yellow. Yellow. Mm-hmm. After it killed Freya! We got it!
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
It's her range attack. The shuriken of the bird person. Ellipsis.
I can't stand it! Knowing the 2 of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden.
Again, why didn't you get out of the room?
I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell.
Have you tried watering the plant that he gifted you?
I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize.
Ellipsis.
This really isn't your burden to bear.
Hey! I know we just bit your shit in. Well, what do you think about these
There
feathers?
used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question.
Wait, so... Thank you. Anything new? Nope. Hey, wait! We got them all. Alright, let's check the... Harp statue. Ring a little bell. Doorbell. Yep. I hope that the relationship falls over and breaks its neck. Bell, bird, piano, Boys. Who in here sings? Whistling.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
There we go. We got them all. Thank you.
That's all 4 melodies, I think.
So, what do we do with them?
I had the wrong tape in.
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Yes, we should. Huff, 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 huff.
Let's try this again.
Look closer.
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
Aha! Not this one. It's not this one. It is this one. It is this one. It is this one. Yes.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing.
Ah.
Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Oh? Oh! Maybe it's not broken.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Get down! Tangle Tower! N! Underneath! We do it! Hey. Okay, this is new.
It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold.
Ah. Science!
A cracked
Bugs.
glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
Zombie bog rooms.
What's in there?
Closer. There's the one he wants.
It's a little diagram of a beetle, with some incomprehensible notes scribbled next to it.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
Oh god, are we gonna have to go back to the other rooms with the science stuff? Also, that's not the symbol for gold. The letters for gold, sorry. Also, bisected by... well, not bisected, but stabbed by pins.
9 beetles. All
Poor
different.
little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
A book about bugs.
Forensic Entomology, Volume 3.
That's an incredibly specific area of study.
Forensic? We must find the culprit. Beetle.
A candle, perched on a barrel.
Knows how long it's been there.
Very medieval.
I was thinking pirates.
Medieval pirates.
Good enough.
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
Grimoire, you're a detective and you don't have a flashlight?
It's a hatch.
But we're already in the basement.
It's for the under basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Let's not go down just yet. We still haven't explored this room properly.
Lock.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it? Weird looking safe.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Oh god, what is this? Okay, I see what this is. Give me a second though. And I am back. Before we continue, tell me a thing. Under the chat bar, do you see a little thing that is counting? Okay, and are you getting coins for it from it? Okay. Later on, I'm gonna figure out how to make it so you can use those coins to force me to drink water. Later on, I said. Oh, weird. I will now scream. Oh, no, not the timer. Below the chat box. Below. It must be because I have to the... whatchamacallit? To have the 50 followers and all that. Okay, thank you. Let us go back to the game. Okay. So, let's put this here. Nope. Huh, wait, okay. Uh-huh. Not this one. Okay, this one has to be right. Oh. Can't be. Nope. Nope. Yes. Then you maybe here. But wait, does it block the other thing? I think it would, but okay, let's say here. Oh, my head is tilting so hard. Okay, let's see what happens.
Nothing.
Okay.
I think we're trying to make a path between the key and lock symbols on either side.
Yep. Okay, so this one goes here. Here. Corner? No. Ah!
I'll do this later.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Is this my... one? Whatchamacallit? Okay, let's try. Is this my shadow puzzles? Quite possibly. Okay. This looks promising. Okay. This one has to be the one. I don't think this works yet. Let's assume this. Or do I have to literally...
Nothing.
I think we're trying to make a path between the key and lock symbols on either side.
Like, do I have to intersect them? This doesn't intersect. No, that can't be it. Okay, hold on. Now, the green over pink was right. Oh! Oh! Hello! Look at you being clever and stuff. Aha! Okay, we're on the right path now. 1, 2. No, this one has to be here. Because otherwise they won't connect. No, but this one has to go here. Oh.
Just gonna rest my brain.
This is in fact my shadow
Is it
puzzle.
locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Okay, let's do it one by one. You and possibly you. This one has to go here. This can't go here. So, in order to complete it, this one has to go here. Put you here for now. This one goes here-ish. Now you, XD. Son of a bitch, I can't put them on top of each other. No, I can't. Okay, I can't. Now you. Da 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 da. Oh. Oh. Ah. Da 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 da.
No, that was it.
Ah ah ah. I can feel myself turning into a certain short red-headed Canadian man by the second I'm crying.
Nice work. Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
Oh, whoa. Oh, look! 1, 2, 3, 4. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. Our unique flora and fauna is a byproduct of a number of, as of yet, unidentified chemicals. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake. Quote unquote. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutations in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. Oh?
Whose research is this?
My guys. Are you for real, sis? Okay. Oh, I can just talk to Penny over here, right? Yes. Of a massive egg? Egg.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
Yeah.
That's impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
What could this section be? Really? Guys. It even has a 4. Wow.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who's he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Replicate it. A butterfly. Pointer has been trying to breathe the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why?
I'd have...
Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix.
Also, I'm gonna check the poem in a second.
If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
Might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I
Indeed.
reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
Get down, food, elefare, elefir, elefoina, kimachi. Lowest level. Oh, 1 second. Well, hopefully not down here. Well, it's probably because if he had the beetle down here, we know what it does. So, yeah. Also, which bomb? Oh god. Another button. Oh, okay. Damn, you got good memory. As is already known. Anyways.
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
Ah.
2 cloaks, and a green hat draped on top for good measure.
Chain.
Gives off kind of a dungeon vibe.
Kinky.
What do people actually use chains for?
Kinky stuff.
Nothing good.
Basements don't normally have windows?
We're at the bottom of the lake. It must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Look like what?
Like what?
White, smooth,
Oh great, we are in Kalia.
no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Where are we?
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp and empty.
Amazing. More candles.
A single book on a little makeshift table.
Yes. And it's also white. Yes?
This is creeping me out slightly.
I am listening. The glam.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Time to shoot. Children's book. Mists of the Sea and Sky. A children's picture. It looks very old. The ink dip. An elegant bird with red and white plumage. The silver snake. An aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. Mlem. Oh, hey, is the... that's trick. Puzzle box. Map. The Soul Bearer. A crab with 3 different sizes claws. Okay. The Amphibi. A frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. Again, it has 3 claws. Get it right, people. Oh yeah. Also eggs.
It's an empty bookcase.
Something tells me it's been empty for a long time. We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Oh no!
Why? By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
With a rope attached to it. Now we're starting to see how did they do that? How they done it? Yep. A sleek but sturdy metal rod. It has been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has a curved one-pointed tip like an arrow, or the end of a clock. It has a small loop at the back where a short length of red rope connected to it. The metal is perfectly clean and polished.
So what's the photo?
Aww. It's been framed but is slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl with many ink dips. A large man. It was his father, not her. It was her father, not her husband. Yep. Hey. A large man is sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object was stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest.
Do you know who it is in the photo?
Yep. Well, I don't, because I keep forgetting the names of everyone in the family tree.
Do these puddles worry you?
Why?
That's lake water, but it's indoors.
Ah, I see your point.
Lake.
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with 1 candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
The water is producing bioluminescence.
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake.
Yep.
For what was in it.
Yep.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now, yeah. Maybe we're too late.
The Remingtons hunt. Well, the guy called Remington from the other thing, from the other game, hunted cryptids. The light is from the Deepkin City at the bottom.
This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
Yep. This one.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know who he is.
Not. Can I? Remington?
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father.
Yes.
Meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her. See the bird, too.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know.
Right, so.
I don't think she looks so different.
Aww. Except for herself, I guess. Is there anything else to see? Pillar?
Basements don't normally...
Or at the bottom of the lake. Must be.
Right, but if that's the lake bed...
Like what?
White, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Paper.
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
Unroll it. Hello? Study. Misted Mansion. North side cross section. Storage. So the towers came after.
The Grand Hall.
What's that thing in the middle?
I think it's that big glass tube.
Misted Mansion. North side cross section. Is it not Tangle Tower?
There wasn't a tower or two. There you go.
Tangle Tower. Before the towers?
Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
Mm-hmm.
How did we miss it?
It's closed off on all sides. And you have to use the water thingy.
The rooftop garden. Well, that name makes a little more sense in this context.
Eh.
Music room.
The library.
The Barbie.
Storage.
It's Freya's room.
A bedroom.
That's Fifi's room, isn't it? A bedroom.
Penny's room, I think. It's the aviary.
Okay, I think that's all. Ah, us.
That's the room we're in now. It must be.
Double bait her.
It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
I think it already existed when this was made.
Oh.
It's the room above us. The one we were just in.
The laboratory?
Yeah.
The lake sure got wider.
And that's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now.
Mm-hmm. Sticks?
So, the whole house is built on top of some kind of platform.
Apparently. This seems pretty significant.
Indeed.
Agreed.
Forsooth. Building plans. Misted Mansion. Outside cross-section. A roll of parchment on which the plans for a grand mansion have been drawn. With 2 bedrooms. A horizontal line marks where the lake was before, and a second marks where it is now. The mansion has been built on top of a large structure above the lake, supported by pillars. Freya's room is listed as storage. A room that study is in the center. Perfectly round island.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall.
Egg.
I want to find that last room.
Let's go.
Wow, it's
So
dark all of a sudden.
How long were we down there?
Water.
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on, it's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Oh. Well, that was there the whole time. There really was a revolving door.
A ladder.
Want to go up?
Huff, 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 huff. I know, right? No bubble baiter. The hidden heart. Hello, also cracked. A secret. Shrimp?
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
Oh yeah.
Is that a crab?
Crab people.
It's got a translucent
Crab people.
exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
The Soul Stealer.
Ugh. You sure we should be touching it?
Yes.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
Yes. Oh, okay.
This crab really reminds me of something.
That little wooden toy we found?
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to help us.
Wooden
I
toy?
think I've seen
Oh,
it more
yeah.
recently.
Hold on a second. Holy shit, it has 3 claws. We didn't even notice that. Yup, lots of dead domestics over here. Two. Children book. Open. Closed.
Is that a crab?
It's got a
Also, crab.
Like this?
I guess that's wrong.
Ah,
I don't think we need to guess.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file. This crab really reminds me.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but I think I've seen it more recently.
I'm working on it, okay? Okay, right angle on that one.
Is that a crab?
It's got a
Also, crab.
Right angle. Diagonal.
Perfect.
There we go. The murder weapon. Part 2,
What's
Electric
this?
Boogaloo.
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
The crossbow. With space for a little retracting thingy.
What is it?
It was Dio.
Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
There he is. Motherfucker. There he is too. A photograph in a sturdy wooden frame. It is dusty and looks several years old. A brass plaque at the base of the frame reads, "The Ambassadors of Misted Mansion." The photo shows 2 women and 3 men, wearing a variety of different styles of clothing. All 5 people have their face crudely covered with black ink. That's Remington. And that's the dad.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Next amount of extra.
It's a wooden pinboard hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Hello? It wasn't hers then. Look, this one was ripped too. One, two, three. It is in fact. Yep, here's where the painting goes. That means. This is Hawkshaw, as seen from behind. It's not a mountain.
That's a wooden pinboard hung up on.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Yep, a large central sheet of paper has been pinned to it. 4 lines have been drawn from the gap in the center. A small 4 lines? A small sheet underneath features a dragon resembling the silhouette of a cloaked figure. Let me check that diary. It's back. In the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should riff up that painting. Soul Bearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Found my way into the middle of the mansion. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5. Eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. The bird is alive. The bird is alive. Fish.
Some kind of fish and a bird skull?
If that's a bird skull, we're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it?
Now let's continue talking about the really big birds. They are very cool and I love them.
Centipede? Millipede?
Omegapede.
How many legs has it got?
Too many. Those aren't bird cages.
Some of them are disconcertingly large.
At least they're all empty.
You sure that's a good thing? You know, in any normal room, this thing would be my main concern. In here, though, it barely makes the top 3.
More like barely. Stool.
Crumpled up paper.
Is there anything written on any of it?
Not really. It's mostly blank.
Gosh darn it. How about this one?
Crumpled up paper.
Is there
Okay.
anything written
Not
on it?
really. It's mostly blank.
There is a pickaxe missing here.
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle, mounted on the wall.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
The third one?
The one that isn't there.
Mm-hmm. Pickaxe.
An incinerator built into the wall.
Wow.
It's still pretty hot.
Ow.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes, but yeah, there's something.
The bird may not be alive. Oh. Okay, at least we're not gonna get pickaxed. Oh man, now I'm fucking sad. Several black buttons. Holy shit. Oh yeah. Yeah. For some reason I thought it was the fucking... Ah. Maybe. You know what I'm thinking? That is completely out of left field. We're talking about Mystids. Yeah, do not incinerate there. We're talking about Mystids. Some Mystids, or you know, what are they called? Cryptids, can shapeshift. I don't know, don't move. Red and white. And they cut. And buttons that are black.
That's a bookcase. It's mostly empty.
What a surprise.
They called this room a study?
What would you call it?
The secret death chamber.
Understandable. Of Doom. Hey Yiscal, you should come watch my streams.
Do those look like scratch marks to you? On the glass?
Yeah. They're on the inside.
Yep.
It's a wooden pinboard hung up on one.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
I was more interested in the writing nearby, but okay. I think that's it. Did it escape and then go to the bog? No, that was 60 years ago. I don't know,
Another
man.
photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
Ah. So it's not Felix. It might be Lord Remington.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me.
Yep.
I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We have it in our inventory.
We found them already.
The real thingy?
I think that might attach the crossbow, but not this part of the crossbow.
Dang it. The crossbow. No.
I think that might attach the crossbow, but not this part of the crossbow.
The crossbow attaches to the
It's
crossbow.
something that could attach to the crossbow.
Okay, let me see. Green. Mother fucker. The little telescope with a little blue thing on the bottom. Mother truckers. So was she in on it? Yo.
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh,
Oh.
no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. That doesn't mean we've solved the mystery.
Bing.
That's how we got in. It leads down into the Great Hall.
Doesn't look like there's any other way to get in or out.
There is ceiling
They called this room a
What would you call it?
of doom.
of doom. Where the fuck do we go now? We're in the study. What else do you want? Hooks?
Those aren't bird
Some of them
At least they're all
are. You
empty.
sure that's a good thing?
Hooks. Big hooks.
Big hooks. Table?
That's a bookcase.
What a surprise.
Chair.
Nice chair.
Yep.
It's still warm.
Maybe it's just heat from the incinerator.
Possibly. Same pattern as the boat.
Maybe.
Wine.
Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Orly.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Notebook, you say? This is the paper from which the thing was done. Several pages have been ripped out, but few remain. Yep. Fifth ambassador located, finally. Can't say I hard-boiled any optimism, but still somehow disappointed. No better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works, perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort for what? He's more even short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom. Nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out, but I have what I need. She got in. She was careful. Nothing was moved. But I know. It's time. Ah! Hangshou has been living here?
Someone's been using this room.
Yep.
I
Study.
don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
It's a disguise! Mother trucker!
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
Backwards.
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else, someone with less of a talent for art.
Yep.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
Ah! This is so well made! The murder! Oh?
Time to solve this.
Time to put our heads together. Slam. Machinations of Modell.
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this.
Blanche.
It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Yep.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow.
Yep.
Where was it fired from?
Nope. It was fired from above Freya.
It was fired from above Freya.
She slurped it off.
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait, the arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope, doesn't add up. It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Right.
Unless...
Diagonally! Freya was already lying on her back.
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
Yes.
I think so too.
She was relaxing!
She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Yep. Paint fumes. No. The gramophone. No. Yes? Not Flora.
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
The gramophone emits poison gas. The bug was in the gramophone. It amplified the music to the point where it cracked fucking everything.
There was something in the gramophone.
something small.
Records of over 95 decibels.
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels threatened.
Yep.
Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder.
Yep.
Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so, not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone.
Yep.
I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't. But I
You'd
think
be
someone
surprised!
else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The hornet's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
Yep. Wait, what was affected by powerful frequency? This guy? Oh, wait. In the room. The gramophone. The tape.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and
Oh,
the
that was good
gramophone
too.
itself. They all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's
From
some
the
seriously
same-
powerful vibration. Enough to crack metal. Enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
And they all cracked on the same side.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They were protected.
They protected themselves.
How?
We just don't know, my dude.
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
The horrible noise at the end.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
Ow.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it.
Hangshaw was at the bottom.
There's something bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Let's go. Laura's tower. I wanna do the gramophone. Can I? I can't use the gramophone. At the back.
The plant. It's in the book.
What?
The plant, it's in the book.
Look.
You totally nailed it. tantum amica. Thanks. The poppy. The... Nope. Egg.
It's dark.
Sure is. Blood. Yep. Egg.
I can see the stars.
It's dark.
Sure is.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Russian palette. Is this the time to be using the thing? Oh. Oh? Don't see anything. Can I flip it? Nope. Painting.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Oh? Ah. The missing clue.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
The feather.
It was here. In this room. Where'd it go?
We found it somewhere else.
Found it somewhere else.
The burnt items.
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how?
And
How
why?
was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access?
A second party.
The
Or third party.
final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the unfinished painting?
It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it, and then I could be totally sure.
There are 2 flower pots. Dear God.
It's true she never finished it. But she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
Huh? The bird book?
That's not it.
Ah. Question mark? How did Freya show us her intention for the painting? The Russian palette. The palette has a variety of paints loaded on it. The largest block of black in the middle. The paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint. Where's the green?
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Definitely the oil. The blood? No. No. The blood on the brush was going to be used to paint this sketch. The potted plant. Of something sitting by the window.
Brown and gray paint was going to be
Nope.
used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Who is this be? Oh. Did they say something bad? Huh? Yeah, but what? Ah.
The black paint was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Okay. Red?
Blood on the brush was
No.
going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change.
I'm so confused.
The blood was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Hollow. The brush? Not the yellow. Black. Brown and gray?
Brown and gray paint
Nope.
was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change. The yellow paint
What?
was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window.
Why yellow?
Something in the window.
I'm so confused. Thank you very much for modding.
That's not it. That's not it.
Ah. Not yellow. Not yellow. Not yellow. Not yellow. Not yellow. Not yellow. Hurt? Motherfucker. Hello? What do you see there? There wasn't two pot of flowers.
There she is. Our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did.
Hello, when were you here?
But she's a very good listener.
We haven't seen Penny and Hawkshaw in the same place at the same time. Man, this avatar sure doesn't make justice to my face right now. What the fuck?
Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Gas.
Why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Sure.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
What do we say? How well hidden was the fucking bird's shape that I never noticed? Ah,
Justice for Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
and that's
So,
why I had to do it to
what?
her.
You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy, the volition to create something from nothing, the willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
Ellipsis.
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed.
Yeah.
Unearthed every single one of our secrets.
Well, yeah.
Nothing but bullet points for your notebook.
Well, yeah.
Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
I can't check my notes. Amogus?
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after.
Huh?
Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing, and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy, not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Sure
Yeah,
did.
it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself.
Yep.
My mother, for one. My father, too. The other 2 Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt
The
there
5.
must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose too.
So,
The hunting
what
clan.
did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The study.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end.
The incinerator.
Paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
The era of Misted Mansion.
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Yep.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
It's a collective term from before my time.
Grimoire?
Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids...
Like cryptids.
Like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
That's
When
why
I
they
entered
hunt
the
them.
study at 19. I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
The 5 people. That must be her
5
mom.
missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
Rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I thought my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose. But they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystids. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5 completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision.
A weird decision.
There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
Hold on, can you see the mouse, by the way? Oop. Yes, it's showing the mouse. Okay. From the era of Misted Mansion, he found the golden beetle.
So, where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure. But I theorize that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person all that time,
Richard Remington, probably.
decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue.
Oh.
Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not
10%.
the 90% I'm interested in. Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Well, I didn't like. Oh. Did you see that in the corner? Will of Freya. Hello. Oh, okay. It's her. Okay, bye. No.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yep.
That That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them.
Yep.
What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona.
Fiona?
The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her.
Fifi.
We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway, but something happened before
Something
Freya
called
could
Penelope.
find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
Mm-hmm.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
She sent the guy to kill the guy?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of her room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them.
Oh, fuck off.
Initially. Worked on you too.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
Oh, you bitch. Which is why she could monologue all she wanted. She left the hat!
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
Why aren't we dead? So it was the bird that did that attacked the beetle. And then... So the tape was a completely other thing.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fit saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her.
Oh!
But who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz
Nice.
did not want to believe us, because he liked Penny. A lot.
Yep.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind.
Oof.
I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself.
Aw.
Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So,
Aw.
Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
No?
because it's right here.
Baby!
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think
Do
that's
not-
what she would have wanted.
Stefan. I don't know, that bird was very smart. Now, do not spook it. Also, she didn't have earmuffs at the time. They sure did. Metallic sound. Achievement unlocked on Tangled Tower. Off to deepness. Can I? I can't. Also, fuck you. Tiny little bird. Oof. Oh, nice. Sketches and all. Bird hat. Yes, she is a complex character. (1950s) high fashion. Her bird glows accentuate any gesture she chooses to make with her arms, giving her an inescapable, melodramatic, and hammy image. Oh, Jesus. Where is it? It's not there. What about Hawkshaw? Oh man! So her blushing at the scar bit was completely another thing. Snap. Hmm. Where are you? Painting. I wanted this particular painting to stand out and feel a lot darker and abstract compared to her other works. The challenge was to encourage players to feel like there may be something recognizable about the painting, but for it still remained mostly ambiguous. Holy shit! It's the scar! God, I am blind. They're so good. Alright, well, this has been Tangle Tower, which is part 2 of the Detective Grimoire series. And thank you very much for coming in to watch. And I'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.